There are open investigations, and some people have been arrested for starting small fires, but there is no evidence of arson starting the major fires. It's believed that they are due to environmental factors. That's because of climate change. So it's a fact that as the globe has warmed due to us injecting carbon directly into the atmosphere, there has been a drought. The reason pretty much the whole earth is, most places on land are experiencing drought, especially in our country, the Southwest United States, is because the water, the water cycle it's in the clouds, it rains, it goes into rivers in the ocean, that water eventually evaporates, becomes clouds, there's a cycle. Our rivers are fed from glaciers and from snow melt in mountains. But when the earth is warmer, when the atmosphere is warmer, when the air is warmer, when the water evaporates into the sky and forms clouds, instead of it snowing down or instead of it raining, it stays evaporated. That's why our atmosphere is also more humid. Or it gets pushed out into the ocean and it rains back down into the ocean. And the water from the glaciers is not fueling the rivers anymore because the glaciers have melted. There is essentially almost no glacier water left to melt. What used to happen is that glaciers would build up more water in the fall and the winter and freeze, and then in the spring it melts slowly, and then slowly throughout the summer. So it's like a constant reserve of water. That's not happening anymore because they've melted. There's very, very little glacier left, and it melts and it doesn't rebuild. So our river levels are low, and our water table in the groundwater is low, and it's been like getting worse and worse for about 20 years now. It's a 20-year drought. And so when this happens, everything in the ground is more dry, brittle. There's no water. And so things now that didn't used to start fires, little sparks and things, are starting fires because it's easier, because everything is so dry. And on top of that, once they start, they're gaining momentum because of the wind. The wind is different. You're saying that there's no wind right now. In the beginning of the LA fires, the wind was pushing them very, very strongly. So the wind can push them harder and faster. But the reason that they're still burning when the wind stops, and the reason that they are causing such devastation, the reason that the wildfires in the summers of the past years are so much worse, is because the intensity of the fire, they're hotter, because there is no water content in the organic matter or the homes or cities in the ground of the forest to dampen the fire, to slow it down. It's like tinder. It's like a tinder box. And so the fires are hotter than they ever used to be, and they're more intense. And so they're able to keep burning when there's no wind. But the wind is just, in the areas where there is wind, it's just pushing them faster. This is an issue that's going to continue. It's going to spread, and it's going to, be a problem. So stay safe and keep an eye out, and just that's all I can say. But